Hey guys and gals, in this episode of the Blockheads Create, we are going to be building this awesome multi-floor elevator, as well as finishing our fish tanks. So I'm working on filling our brand new fish tanks with water here, and going to fill them all the way up, and then we're going to start decorating them. I think what I need to do is go ahead and put some sea pickles down in places. Also, I temporarily set up a couple of trapdoors just to trap the water back while I'm filling it up. How about that? I already have some tropical fish spawning in here. I was not expecting that. Okay, so all of my fish tanks are now completely full of water. It's time to start doing some decorations. In between episodes, I went ahead and went to a coral reef and harvested a bunch of the coral and the fans and so on and whatnot. Okay, I've gone ahead and put in all of the different coral blocks that I like, and I think it looks really good. Now we just need some seagrass and maybe some kelp. Okay, we've got all of the fish tanks done. Look at this. I really like how these turned out. We just need a few more fish in here, though. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is working on a elevator. I've created an area here where our elevator is going to come up and down. It's a little bit bigger than I had originally thought it would be. What I wanted to do is have a like a 4x4 area in the elevator for you to stand. What we're going to do is dig out basically a shaft all the way from up there, all the way down to bedrock. But we need to create a drill machine that is going to go vertical and go down, which we haven't ever done before. Okay, so I am on top of the elevator shaft here, and I was going to put in a few mechanisms. I think I'm going to power this thing by a windmill, and the reason for that is relatively obvious. It is because the windmills are the most stable power source that we have. So we have a gear shift right here, which is going to change this up and down. And then we have a clutch, which is going to stop it. And then right here we have the rope pulley, which is actually the mechanism that moves the elevator up and down. Yeah, we're going to use a series of redstone links to make it so that we can change the direction of our dealy bopper. Dealy bopper. Yes, dealy bopper. That's the official name of it. Okay, so I have made the windmill over here. I like to point them into the wind. It's completely, you don't have to do it. I just like to do it if I can. Anyway, I have a little bit of a gear system hooked up here. I am hoping that that's going to be enough to get it up to the speed that I would like to get. But at least now we have this hooked up so that it should run if I click on the bearing here. There we go. Okay. I wonder what the speed is here. Doesn't seem to be quite as fast as I'd like it to be, so I think I'm going to have to gear it a little bit more. Okay, I've got the drilling machine set up. All we have to do is turn it on somehow. You would not believe what I had to do to get this lever. Why? There it goes. Nice. Sorry it's so loud. Okay, so we have hit bedrock. It went all the way down. That's so far. This thing is really deep. Okay, we now have a massive, massive hole in the top of our mountain. I'm going to try to retract the device. Okay, here we go. So here's a couple of these redstone links, and the way they work is you put a frequency on them. So I'm going to use red terracotta there. I've kind of claimed it on the server. And I think the best way to go is to go with like, you know, whenever you have a different player, have them have a different frequency one if you have a multiplayer server. And then my frequency 2, I'm not sure what I'm going to use for it. I think I'm going to just use dark oak planks. There we go. So now anyone with this same frequency will send a signal to this guy here. But I have to do an additional step. I have to take and make this a receiver rather than a transmitter. So there's now, once it has this little thing here, so it has a little satellite dish looking thing, then it's now a receiver. So now what I have to do is I'm going to take this, and we're going to have a redstone signal coming from there and going into a repeater, which is going to be right here, which I forgot to get. And then we're going to go into a line there. Okay, then I'm going to take and put one of these pulse repeaters right here and put another one of these right here. And then I have a frequency already set for this one, which is a red terracotta and a piece of glass. There we go. And then what that is going to do is it's going to receive the signal from some redstone contacts, which is basically going to stop the elevator whenever it gets to a certain floor. And then what's going to happen is the repeater here is actually going to make it so that there's a pulse that will go to this thing here to restart it. So it's a little bit complicated, but it's actually very simple compared to what it could be. And yeah, so there we go. Now there's a way you can do like a whole logic circuit thing to get this to work a little bit more in a more fancy way. But I think that this is going to be what we need for our purposes here. And I need to sleep. I forgot about the powered latches. So there's a toggle power latch here and a regular power latch there. The regular power latch, if you power it from the back, it will turn it on, or it will flip it, and then if this will flip it the other way. So it's kind of cool. Okay, so I am now standing inside of our elevator car, which is going to look like this, obviously, because that's what it looks like. Anyway, I kind of realized something that needs to happen. So I have a button here for up, a button for down, and so then I have a frequency here, but it's the same frequency as like 2 of the links that I put up there, so I need to change one of the frequencies. So now I just have to be careful to never ever use anything that matches these frequencies for anything else but the elevator controls that I want to use. And switch this frequency there. Now I might have to swap these two because they might be backwards. I'm not entirely sure which one is which. There we go. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. Alright, I have a glass elevator. Of course it's nighttime, so we gotta sleep again. Okay, there's something I noticed when I was doing this in creative mode, is that it was really easy to fall through the elevator. So what I need to do is place in some slabs underneath here, so that if I do fall through it, I just fall onto these slabs that are below it, and then I won't fall all the way down there to my eventual demise. Okay, the next piece in the puzzle of getting this thing to work is these redstone contacts. So if I put one there, and then one facing it, there we go, they should go together, and then that is what is going to send the redstone signal to the clutch to tell it to stop at whatever floor. So there's going to be one of these below the level of every floor that is going to allow this to work. And so then what I have to do is grab this guy and a piece of glass. So we're going to put this on here like this, and we'll put our piece of glass there and this, and we might actually see the elevator move. No. Didn't do anything. That's fine. I didn't expect it to, but yeah, so then that way, whenever it reaches one of these contacts, basically this will trigger the clutch and tell it to stop. Let's get rid of this little platform I did. And then the last thing we need to do is glue this together, and we should have a working elevator car. Okay, I have placed in all of these redstone contact thingies with the signals. I hope the signal will go all the way up there because, yeah, it's not exactly loaded. So I don't know if that's going to work or not. I might have to make the lowest floor a little higher. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this thing, and I have super glue somewhere. Did I not get the super glue? Really? 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 I am really over creepers right now. Really over them. For some reason, I put my arrows in a chest or something, and like, ever since then, like, every single mob I've seen has been a creeper. Okay, before I was so rudely interrupted, what I was attempting to do was to create a box for our, there we go, our super glue. So now all of that is glued together, and we have a cohesive thingy-mabob. Okay, I may have it figured out. Let's see if we can try it again. Oh, there it goes. Haha, look at that. we have an elevator that is going down. Yes. See if we get here, if it's going to actually stop like it's supposed to. Oh, look at that. It stopped. I'm so happy. Oh, man, that is really cool. Okay. Let's see if it'll go back up. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Okay, we're back to this level. That is super... I'm just so incredibly happy that it's working so well. I think what I'm going to do is put a couple blocks there, and we're going to tear this down a little bit right here. This. Come on. Okay. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Okay. All right, let's see if it'll go down to the lowest level of all. Well, that's stinking amazing. It goes all the way to the bottom. Ha! Look at that. Okay, so now this is what I was afraid of. I push the button, nothing happens, because I think it's too far away. So that's not good. Okay, so I'm here at the cave level, and I was able to set up these two things here, and we are bringing it up. Nice, and the elevator doors opened automatically, which I find very interesting. See if they close automatically. Oh my gosh. That is the coolest freaking thing I've ever seen. So these are called framed glass doors, and apparently if the thing that they're stuck to is in motion, that's just awesome. I can't even tell you how awesome that is. Like, that is so freaking awesome. Love it. So this elevator might be the coolest thing in all of Create Mod. It is so fun to ride this elevator. I tell you what, it's really cool. It's so cool. I really love it. Oh, it's so nice. Well, guys and gals, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff. But more importantly, I hope you're having an amazing, awesome, beautiful, fantastic day. And God bless.